Boy, oh boy, do we got something big going today. Alright guys, it's me, the Tomato Advocate. It's been a hot minute since you seen me last. Sorry about that. Things have been a little crazy. Prepping to move yet again. And yeah, so this is an album I've been wanting to react to for a very long time. I've been in a heavy, like, shoegaze phase lately, and, you know, this is like the shoegaze album. Everyone talks about this album. Now, as you can see, I've heard a couple of songs off of here, but I haven't heard everything, and I want to change that. So this is Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. The first time I ever heard the name My Bloody Valentine, I got it confused with Bullet for My Valentine. Which is a little bit different. And then I was like, oh no, they're a completely different band. Okay. Yeah, I bet they're like a really super emo band, you know, kind of like My Chemical Romance style. But this is really different. So don't just write it off because the band name is a little like emo. So basically, if you don't know what shoegaze is, I'd kind of classify it as psychedelic grunge. So take Pink Floyd and Nirvana and Alice in Chains and all them and just kind of mesh them together. And that's kind of like what the early kind of shoegaze was going for, like stuff like this and Slow Dive, which is another great band. I'm really into them. That's kind of the sound they were going for, but you know, some bands like this one, they have a more intense approach on some songs where you have like Only Shallow, where it's very like very dirty, and then you have like Slow Dive with songs like this where it's like more psychedelic, but the grunge influences are still. So I'd describe it as that. Maybe that's a poor analogy, but that's what I describe it as. But yeah, some of the songs may be like butchered. Just yeah. Yeah, I'm done stalling. Let's get into it. First song, Only Shallow. I've heard this song. Song never gets old, you know. You just the swirly guitars, the bass playing like chord kind of. I don't know if it's necessarily chords, but dude, it never gets old. You hear it once and you're like, wow, that was a good song. You hear it another time and it doesn't get any worse. It's one of those songs you can listen to over and over again. It's a classic, great song. the outro. See if this transitions. Okay, no transition. Let me yap about Only Shallow here for just a minute. I actually tried to do a cover of this song, but I couldn't figure out the the lead line. Let me see if I can pull it up here. I'll show it. I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. But I swear. Okay. This is just something. I was bored and I was like, I like this song. I'm gonna cover it. Number 2, Loomer. Never heard this one. Oh, we in it now. Oh. That's so nice. I love that. I don't know if that's a guitar with just like a million effects on it or like a piano. So good. I love like the reverse kind of. They have some going forward and some of the parts going forward and some of the parts going backwards, and it's kind of like a Pink Floyd kind of effect. So anyway, we're on to the third track now, Touched. This is a short. Oh, I forgot to rate the last one. But my bad. So the second track, Loomer, was really good. I really liked the just. Production on that is crazy impressive, crazy psychedelic. It came out in '91, and that sound it's way ahead of its time. You know, man, that's another 10. I think so far these two songs are 10 out of 10. This one's another 10 out of 10. This one's a 10 out of 10. So I mean, this album's looking really good so far. We have song number 3, Touched now. Got like a rap beat or something. I'm sorry. Really unnerving. I bet it transitions into song number 4 though, because it's so short. This sounds like a song you would hear over like those, those liminal space photo compilations. This sounds like one of those. A song that would be over that. It's kind of nice. I like it. And transition. Oh. Oh, snap. Okay, I'm not gonna count this song as a song because it's just a transition from Loomer to Hear Knows When. So yeah, the next song, To Hear Knows When, is about 5 minutes and 31 seconds. Okay, I was gonna say that's the longest song on the album. As soon as 7 minutes. I'm excited. I like the atmosphere of these slower songs. Let's start it over. I like that arpeggio from the piano. I hate pausing, but this sounds like kind of like a broken version of a song you would hear from like childhood. This sounds like, it would be like a really upbeat kind of like on the radio, kind of like with, really upbeat and really. This sounds like a broken version of one of those songs that you would hear on the radio as like a kid. It sounds like, I don't know. It's like you're playing it through old technology is the best way I can explain it. It's like you're putting it through a record player that's been beat the crap out of, or like or maybe not a record player, but like you have a cassette tape, and the cassette tape has been like put in the garbage disposal a couple of times, and it sounds like that. That's a compliment. I really, it's a very like artistic kind of sound that I'm digging it so far. One of those songs that make you like feel inside the music. It's, man, just sit back and like. You know what this sounds like? This sounds like those old camcorders. Some people probably don't know what I'm talking about, but they're you had like these old camcorders. Then there was like the ones that were just crap. There was like no value to it. And it's like it's just there's nothing salvageable about them. And then you had like the ones that were like maybe just from my experience, my family had one from like 2009, and we'd make home videos on it. This kind of sounds like a video. It sounds like a home video from a camcorder. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get out. This song sounds like a home video from a camcorder. But you're watching it like today. It's a home video that you're watching today from a camcorder from like 2009. Okay, I'll shut up now. Let this song play. There's that Wallace sound effect. Fade out for a minute. I don't know about that one. Is it just gonna be like 30 seconds of silence, slow fade out, and 30 seconds of silence? Oh. Oh, there's some liminal space stuff right here. Oh, snap. I hope that wasn't a transition that I just paused. But okay, that was, oh my gosh, that was a good song. That's another 10. A lot of people who aren't familiar with this genre probably, I had the same gripe whenever I was first starting to get into this, especially like old shoegaze, like My Bloody Valentine and Slowdive. They kind of have a tendency to bury the vocals, so the vocals will be like underneath the guitars and the bass and the drums. Drums and vocals are kind of on the same level, and everything else is above it. And it's kind of like you can't understand where the singer is saying. There's a bunch of memes about this other band called the Cocktail Twins. Let me know if I should check them out. I haven't really listened to any of their stuff, but hey, there's memes that I've seen on the internet that say like they're basically speaking in a different language because no one can really understand them. Which, I mean, I was a little off put about that because I'm a really big lyrics guy. If you're just like spouting nonsense like lyrical, spiritual, miracle, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm the best, I'm a gangster, I'm the best, and I don't want to listen to that. It sounds like trash. You're just stroking your own ego and nobody cares. So at first I was kind of like, well, you can't even hear what they're saying. Why does it even matter? And you know, the more I listened to it, the more I was just kind of like, man, it's not, it does, you know, some of the newer bands you can hear the lyrics, and you know, so I went from this and I was like, I can't hear the lyrics, this sucks. And then went to listen to new bands like Nothing and bands kind of in that vein, and I was like, oh, I can hear the lyrics, this is great. And I kind of listened to them for a while, came back to this, and it's still just like the same feelings that Nothing gave. Like it was the same feelings that Nothing, kind of wrote their songs about. They'd have like really depressing lyrics, or their lyrics would just be like sad. And these songs felt, or at least some of the songs from, I haven't really gotten to My Bloody Valentine a bunch, but this songs from Slowdive, they kind of had the same vibe, even though I couldn't really understand what they were saying in some of them. And I was like, they're trying to go for the same vibe that Nothing's going for. They just have a different approach to it. This was a different era. I saw Audio Tree live with a band called Trauma Ray. If you guys know them, I like you. We can be friends. But the lead singer basically said, they don't really bury the vocals like My Bloody Valentine does, but the lead singer says the vocals are just kind of like another instrument, or something along the lines of the vocals are just kind of like another instrument. You don't always have to understand what it's saying. It's just part of the experience. And I was like, ooh, I kind of like that. So yeah, that's kind of my way of looking at it. Enough yapping. I wanna listen to this transition here. Song's a 10, by the way. Track number 5, When You Sleep. I've heard this song before. It's another 10, like I said earlier. Oh. This is another song where you can kind of hear the grunge influence coming through. It's very power chord heavy, and it's not just like Nirvana where they're just like strumming the chords really heavy and like breaking their instruments and stuff. This is, they have those power chords, but then they're also adding their own stuff. There's a technique that Kevin Shields, I think the dude's name is, who plays guitar on this, but he takes the tremolo bar, which is or whammy bar, whatever you call it. It's this thing, and when he's strumming, he kind of pushes it down every once in a while, so it sounds like wow, 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 wow. And that's kind of that sound that's coming from the guitars. So there's influences, but it's also like their own original sound, which is just, I really like it. And a lot of the I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much. A lot of the instruments sound very dated and stuff, but there's just something that like the synths sound super dated, but there's something about that that's just so charming and goes so well with this project. So I really like it. Something about that, like, that's just, it's so good. I don't know how to explain it. It's just so perfect. Transition. Song 2, I only said. Did I just say song 2? Song 6, I only said. I don't know what it is, but these songs, you know, like I said, it feels like watching a home video in modern day, like a camcorder home video in modern day. But like, I've never heard this song before, but it makes me feel warm. It makes me feel like I've heard this song a million times before. It's like, maybe it's just because I'm really like sweaty right now because this is the hottest room in the house, and there's like, I have 2 fans going, and it's still not. It's just a swamp down here, but gosh, it's a very warm feeling album so far. I'm really enjoying it. Yeah. Very dynamic song because, you know, I can, as a musician, I can picture these guys, these people sitting in a room just kind of go like, probably super high, just like, oh, check out this thing I just came up with, and it's like, whoa, dude. And then, you know, you get that kind of aspect of it, of just people being like super passionate about their art, and like just the creativity of this. Like, there was nothing like this when this came out. It was crazy. But you have that aspect of it, and then there's the other aspect where like the song makes you feel a certain kind of way. Like for me, this kind of evokes like a road trip kind of vibe, like having the windows down on like a 12-hour road trip, and you're like doing the thing with your fingers where they like do that, and you're in the back seat, and your parents are like, put your hand back in, you're just gonna get cut off by a sign, and you're like, oh, this is fun. I don't know. It kind of gives me that vibe. I like it. I'm really liking this. Glad I heard that part for the first time on here instead of on my record player, because I'd have been like, oh crap, my needle's busted. That's pretty good. That was a good song. Okay. Before we move on, yeah, there was a lot that song made me feel. It was good. That ending part just felt like a broken record, though. Maybe that was intentional. Maybe that's an artistic choice where it's just like, oh, it's like a broken record where you're like always. I don't know. I don't like. I can't. There's not really lyrics to decipher. Spotify doesn't have any lyrics on here for whatever reason, but you know, you can't really decipher it that way. So you have to kind of decipher through the music what they're wanting to say, and you know, it's kind of like it's a very nostalgic kind of feeling. Maybe the ending was kind of like a you're always thinking about, you know, these memories, you know, you're thinking about that over and over and over again. Why don't you just break out of the cycle and start doing something? Maybe that's, I don't know. Maybe I'm just pulling at something that isn't there. But we have, I'll give this song a 10. No, I'm gonna give it a 9.5, because that last part was kind of like, regardless of artistic decision or whatever, it was kind of like, okay, we get it. You could have just done it, or like faded it out or whatever. Yeah, number 7, Coming Alone. Ooh. Starting with the solo, okay. Lead line. I understood that. These bass lines, I've been listening to the bass lines for the past couple of songs, but these bass lines, man, why does no one talk about these bass lines? These bass lines are crazy. Okay, let's keep going. This might be my favorite. Oh my gosh, this is good. It's like I'm sorry I'm pausing so much. This song, I think this is my favorite song because it takes everything that is good about all these other songs and it just combines it. It takes the intensity of Only Shallow, it takes the chill of these songs, and it just puts them all together. This song for me, whenever I was listening to it, it's kind of like a contrast between you're looking at memories from way back when and you're looking at yourself, and it's kind of interchanging between those two. So you're thinking about these really peaceful memories, and then you have these really intense experiences going on right now. You're dealing with life, you're dealing with stress, but you're also at the same time you're like, man, those days were good. I don't know, that's kind of the vibe I get. I bet most of these songs are like about love and stuff, you know, with the band being called My Bloody Valentine and like Coming Alone. I'm sure these songs are about love, but you know, that's another thing. That's another nice thing about not really reading the lyrics. You're just kind of interpreting the sound, and you're getting what you get out of it, and that may be different from what someone else is getting out of it. And I really like this. This is really crazy. This is like I don't know. I don't know. This is an experience. I'm glad I did this. Vocals are also the most clear on this song. Oh. Yeah, that's my favorite song so far, and it's only got 9 million streams. Only has 9 million streams, oh. But I mean, like, compared to the 42 million that Only Shallow and, like, all the other ones have, this is, like, this one, like, oh my gosh, this is, all of them are good. They're all, like, crazy experiences, but this one just, like, it meshes everything good about these songs into one. Coming Alone, my favorite song so far. 10 out of 10. Next up we got Sometimes. I've heard this song before. It's been a second. I kind of remember how it sounds, but it has been a second. Let's revisit it, shall we? Yeah. This one is really dark sounding. That's what okay. Understood that. Oh yeah. This is a good one too. Phew, yeah. Okay, this one is it's a lot sadder. It's a lot darker. So it's for me personally, it's between Sometimes and Comment Alone for my favorites off of this album. It's a tie. This song, it's a lot more. This one, it was like looking back on memories in kind of like a positive light, but you're also dealing with like stuff intense in the present. This is just kind of like you're in the present, you're just sitting there, and you're just like, I'm never gonna be able to experience the things that I experienced before again. That's all in the past. The only thing keeping that alive is my memory. It's already happened. You know, kind of the vibe I get from that, and as it's deep. Gosh. Man. Okay, this is gonna be a fade out, but just that the acoustic layered on top of the electric with this the synth kind of lightly playing in the background. It's kind of like a more stripped down. There's not really a wall of sound going on here. It just kind of feels like a couple people in a room playing music, just making songs, and it's like feels a lot more. I don't know. There's just something different about this one. Yeah, that's another 10, like I said earlier. Yeah, gosh, that. Whew. All right. Song 9, Blown a Wish. Okay, we're back to this kind of vibe. Oh. bring that bass up, bro. Come on. Chord progression, holy crap. That was another 10. Gosh, this album, like, the lyrics are probably all about love, because, it's the 90s and everyone is, obsessed with love, and the band's called My Bloody Valentine and the album's called Loveless. But, that's just, I don't get that. I get completely different vibes from it. That's what's great about it. You can, it's so, like, I'm at a loss for words. It's just like, oh gosh, you can get so much out of, you can get so many different things out of it, it's not just a one, oh, this is an album about this has to be about this, if you don't interpret it as this, and it's just stupid. This is kind of like, it's so open, I guess is the word I'm looking for. It's very open. Yeah, Blown a Wish, 10 out of 10. Oh man, we're in the last two songs now. This has been an experience. Honestly, this is like top 5 favorite albums I've ever heard, I think. I'm thinking about doing a video where I talk about my top 10 albums of all time. I'm gonna have to really, really get that in a thinker. Alright. What You Want by My Bloody Valentine? 10th song. We know it's by My Bloody Valentine. We're listening to Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. Start the button.
Vocals are extra drowned in this one. I can't. I don't feel like this has a strong as I don't feel like this song has as strong as an impact as these past three songs. These past three, Coming Alone, Sometimes, and Blown a Wish. I think this is the peak of the album right here. I think all of this is good. And it just kind of leads to Sometime. It kind of leads to Coming In Alone, and it's kind of like a combination of everything before it. And then Coming Alone, it just sometimes completely subverts your expectations. Sometimes completely subverts your expectations by kind of giving you a more stripped down song compared to this wall of sound effect. This is kind of more straightforward. You can make out what the vocals are. You can make out different instruments. You can tell, oh, that's a guitar, that's a drum, that's a bass. And then you kind of have this, which goes back into the wall of sound, which is nothing wrong with that. This, I feel like, still had an impact just because the progression was nice and the vocals were very floaty with the progression. This just kind of sounds like all the other songs, which is fine because all the other songs are great. Very, very road trippy song. This is more like a modern road trip kind of thing, like, you know, where some of these other songs were like, oh, it's a road trip where you're sitting in the backseat. Maybe you're driving for this one. But I gotta stop pausing. I'm sorry. It's like a road trip, but it's still like warm. You know, maybe it's like a trip. Maybe like you turn 16 and that's the licensed age to drive for America. Maybe you turn 16, you get your license, and you go on a big road trip with all your buddies, and you're driving. Maybe this is what that, instead of like, oh, you're 9 years old and you're going on a 12-hour road trip with your family. This is kind of like, oh, you're 16 and you're getting to drive all over the place with your buddies. Maybe it's like that. Yeah, you still got me, though. You still got me. I'm on the train still. Oh, I like that, too. Where it all fades out and you just hear the synth. That's nice. Now, if it's just gonna be this on a loop, that's you'll have lost me there. It's nice. It is still nice, so I like it. I do like it. There is stuff happening in the background though. I can hear like movement or something. Okay. Song number 10, What You Want. It was good, but like I said, it doesn't have an impact as much of an impact as all the other songs. The other songs just got that pure like, oh, kind of visceral reaction out of me. This one, it was just kind of like, okay, it's a warm. Maybe it's just because I'm so close to 16, where I was just 16 a couple years ago. It's still kind of like, it's not even what the song is about. How I kind of had the analogy of like, oh, this is you're 16, you just got your license and you're going on a trip with your friends. That was just a couple of years ago for me. So like, maybe where it was like not that far back, where I'm not like, maybe if I was like 40, I would have been like, oh, I don't know. Still a great song. The little repeat there at the end, I was a little iffy on. I'm gonna say a 9, just a 9. It's still a great song, but just that there were certain things about it, again, didn't impact me as much as these did, and that loop at the end didn't need to go on for as long as it did. It went on for like a minute 30 seconds. That's a little too much. I want to hear that transition again. Song number 11, soon. Strap in, boys. This is a long one. Whoa. This is different. Hey, that bass is higher. That's what I like to hear. That bass is up. Song kind of reminds me of Tron for some reason. I don't know why. Gotta sleep to this kind of music, so it's making me tired. can't get Tron out of my head now. It sounds like if they had the visual effects they had with the 2010 Tron movie, back in like the 90s, and they remade it, this would be like the theme song. Like if they didn't have Daft Punk back then, this would have been the theme song. It's just like them and everything's like in there on the motorcycle. Synthwave, synthwave. Baseline, holy crap. I'm gonna do a bass cover of this song for sure. One, bro. This is a good song. Stay awake. Kind of has like that video game type beat. This part kind of does. It feels like it being a video game. And then the other stuff, it's kind of just like driving down a desert road, kind of synthwave, kind of neon feeling. Oh, that bass line. I gotta learn that bass line, bro. Too late. Gosh. We're just kind of like a repeat of the video game part, but that like vocal line over the top of it. Yeah, this is a good song. That loop is getting a little old though. They love using these loops here at the end. That's my only issue with the whole album so far. Is just, I take it back. They cut it out. They cut it out just when it started getting annoying. They know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. What in the world? Okay, that was Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. Good night. That was insane.
that was an experience. I wish I had pink LEDs. Hold up, let me see if I can. No, it's too late now. You've already listened to the album, you idiot. Gosh, that was a fantastic experience. Like, oh, man, I just couldn't put that in my library. Come on, that was insane. I decided to just, last minute I was laying in bed, my phone was about to go dead, and I was like, I gotta do something to charge my phone so I have time to kill or whatever, and like, oh, I could go listen to Loveless. I'm so happy I did that. That was an incredible journey. That was everything I hoped it would be and more. Man, that was good. I'm gonna give that a 10 out of 10. Okay, so maybe I'm being a little generous because technically I did give one song a 9, so it'd be like a 9 point what 9. It's 9, and I'm rounding up. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a great album. I think if you need to listen to this album, you gotta listen to this album. This album is great. I'm gonna force my friends to listen to this album. They're probably not gonna like it. So that's the thing about shoegaze. You either love it or you hate it. And I really, really, really like it. Really like it. It's probably my favorite genre. And then, other people are not into it at all. Like, why can't you hear what they're saying? It's just static. It's just a noise. It's just all this stuff happening all at once. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but it's like something that you don't. If you would have shown this to me at like, well, I don't know. If you would have shown this to me years back, I might have liked it. I don't know, because I was kind of into this, the whole like airy kind of stuff. I've always been into that kind of, psychedelic airy stuff. So I might have liked it, but the fantastic album, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. You gotta listen to Loveless by My Bloody Valentine. That's like, man. It was an experience. And one of the things that I love, probably the thing that I love the most about it is probably an album about love or like a breakup or whatever. But I didn't get any of that. If you watch the video back, I'm talking about like car trips, and it's like, that's what I really like about it, is you're not going to get one thing out of it. It's not blatantly, oh, this is a love album. This album is about love, and if you think it's about anything other than love, you're stupid. This is, from at least what I'm getting from it. Maybe Kevin Shields is gonna like watch this video like and be like, you're an idiot, kid. It's an album about love. It's awful. Gosh, no, but yeah. It's just, there's so much to unpack. I'm speechless. 10 out of 10. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.